Following is a Buffalo City Life podcast. If you're interested in showcasing your podcast on our network, write to info@buffalocitylife.com. Please subscribe to us on iTunes and head over to buffalocitylife.com to check out other podcasts. Thank you for listening, and now on to the show.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of The Second Review. Yeah, I want to try something new, because every time I hear any kind of podcast or I see a YouTube video, I go, hey, what's up, everybody? This is whatever the fuck my name is, and I want to try something different today. But on today's docket we don't have Full Tilt here. So I'm a little disappointed, actually, because I can't make fun of anybody.
I thought he was better than that.
He's married. That's all. He's married. That's all there is to it. He's married.
I don't think that's an excuse, though.
Yeah, I don't feel like
That's not an excuse.
It is an excuse.
He's
it's
not
just not a
worthy.
good one.
Yeah.
I kind of find that to be a very horrible excuse. I don't even find that to be in the level of mediocre.
It's still an excuse. Bad or good?
All right, whatever. All right, anyways, on today's docket, I'm going to be talking about some really cool things that just showed up on Destiny that a lot of players have been kind of drooling over. And Destiny has decided to release, or at least in Bungie's sake, decided to release exotic quests. And these are basically, if anybody's familiar with World of Warcraft or any MMO out there, you know what these quests are all about. You do crazy-ass shit for hours on end, and at the end you get something pretty. So that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about a couple of them and how to get them. Mr. Zippo, I think we got some more trivia this week.
Yes. I think officially we're going to name this this bit Trivia with Your Pants On.
I like it.
Because we're professional like that.
Yeah, I like being professional.
So it's a two-part question, and then I got trivia afterwards, and that's pretty much going to be the MO for it from here on out. Also, for a few minutes, I'm going to go over these new computer eyewear that I bought that I like, but I have some pet peeves with it.
Oh man. I don't know. They look pretty spiffy over here. I want to know how bad they are.
Yeah.
And then over here in our glorious producer's chair, Nick, Silky Smooth, what do you got for me?
I'm going to be kind of reviewing or talking about Towerfall Ascension and the new DLC that they came out with called Dark Tower. This is a game that, once again, not a lot of people are probably playing, but it's kind of cool to me. And, I think it's one of the lost arts of the games that you can play with all your friends in the house and not have to play while you're all in, over the PlayStation Plus world.
So basically back in the pre-LAN days when you actually had to suffer on one television.
Yeah, pretty much.
Those were the greatest days ever.
Yes.
I can't
James
tell
Bond.
you how long I sat there playing GoldenEye.
It's awesome. Love
GoldenEye would play on 4 screens. Even the original Halo was still, the Halos were pretty big, but I would say also Mario Kart. And Nintendo nailed it with the games that were great for people as a group to play with. PlayStation and Xbox never really, other than Halo, never really got to that point. But Nintendo, especially 64, Smash Brothers,
yeah.
Super Smash Brothers, all those games were always great.
I remember losing summers of that game.
Yeah, so this is kind of, it's not as good as I would say a Super Smash Brothers, this game necessarily, but it's still, it reminds me of that time, and so we'll talk about that.
Awesome. Yeah, you know what? That just actually reminded me about those glory days. Do you ever remember seeing a product that was actually specifically sold to divide the television screen up so you can't screen peek?
Oh, no, I never knew that.
Dude, it was the craziest looking fucking thing. It was something you put over your television. It literally was just like a box.
Yeah.
But then at the bottoms, it came out just so far. So like the top was at a... It was almost like if you... I don't know what the shape is, or trapezoid maybe.
Would it be like when the referees go to review the play? It
they're
looks like
stuck
that. In that little.
Yeah, it was like that. Like the bottom screen.
The horse
was
blinder.
The booth.
The horse blinder. Yeah, the booth. So like the bottom two were like the booth that you would see in an NFL game, and then the top two were like you took that and just rotated 180 degrees. It was the weirdest fucking thing, and it was I think it cost like $40-50 back then. And you're talking like, well, I don't know, when was N64 out? It was like
late 90s.
Late 90s, so
Early-
50,
early
$60 in the
2000s.
late 90s, for a kid at least was, about 20 lawns.
I always thought the screen peek was half the fun.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at what they're doing, but
Especially
guess
if you're
what?
on, like,
You're not
the-
seeing what
yeah.
you're doing,
Yeah.
so you're.
Especially if you're on like Rainbow Road. I mean, you
Oh,
could look
God.
backwards if you wanted to, but then all of a sudden, if you weren't paying attention, there you go.
Yeah.
No, I was.
We'd always try to cheat it too.
Oh,
yeah.
No, I will admit to this day, I won't admit to any of my buddies from back in the day, but I will admit I was a major screen peeker in GoldenEye.
Oh,
and
definitely.
that's why I was so good at it, because I would always screen peek, and especially you'll remember this, Silky Smooth, is the cavern board with the rotating doors, the big blast doors. I would always go run back there with proximity mines or remote mines, whip them up onto the ceilings of that tunnel, just close the doors and go all the way to the end and wait for them to come in and just.
There was a
hell out of that
point
door.
in one time in GoldenEye where me and my buddies, I think we were in the pyramid, and we got to a point where we could, if we got in a good rhythm, we could catch you at your spawning point.
Ooh.
Like, so I'd be running by and I'd know exactly where you'd spawn.
Oh.
Boom, dead. Like, as soon as you picked up, I was like, it was one. We would do always, one shot kill, and it would just boom, dead. And my buddy always used the Arctic fucker, and I hated that, man. I hated seeing that guy.
Those remind me of some rage quits that I did while playing that game. They would be camped out at the most common spawn points, and people who spawn, pring, pring. So out of 4 people, 2 are always just dying. Bing, bing, bing. So if you sat down and for whatever reason that spawn point kept triggering, you got all these kills, and the person's like, and then they'd rage quit.
That's why I think Nintendo will always, be number one for like not just family consoles, but like that in general, where like you get together on one TV and you just play video games.
Mm-hmm.
They'll always be the masters of that, because they're all about that. But with PlayStation, Xbox, it's all about I gotta have Xbox Live or I gotta have PS Plus and blah 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 and bullshit. Fuck that. But anyways, I want to just. We may as well keep going, because we're going to rattle on for 20 years about the exploits of screen peeking and whatnot. But what I really want to get into is talking about these exotic quests for the Taken King that just came out. And a lot of these, people did know from the launch of the game, which, is only about a week old. 2 weeks now, actually. But these just started popping up on the internet. And I'm just going to read off a couple of them right here for you. One of the guns is called a Boolean Gemini. Sounds sexy, don't it? It's also, to a lot of, pre-Taken King fans out there that were paying attention to this, it's also called the 347 Dynasty. And see if you can do you catch the actual symbolic nature of that gun?
347 Dynasty. No, not offhand. Sounds familiar, but I...
347 Hut.
No,
347 Hut.
who took over Halo after Bungie?
Omaha! Sorry.
Peyton did.
Papa John.
Yeah, there you go. Now you got
right.
it. Yeah. I believe this gun was actually named after that studio, because that was one of the more like I don't know what you want to call it, gentlemanly transitions between developers. When there was no like hostile takeover, there was no like huge court case with this. It was simply Microsoft and said, hey, let's go a different way. Bungie's like, hey, we're going a different way. Congratulations, have at it. So it's one of the nicer ones.
I'm sure Bungie got paid handsomely.
Oh, God, yes. They probably got money coming out of their ass cheeks. Probably wiping their ass with hundreds for that one.
You would think so.
I would just imagine lots of paper cuts, and I'm not a fan of paper cuts in the wazoo.
Really?
Not that I've ever had that, of course.
I think you'd be more worried about green dye in the wazoo than paper cuts, because I don't know if you can get really...
Well, I bleach down there.
Oh.
No, I don't. I'd be scared to
Oh,
death to
wow.
bleach down there.
I was no. I couldn't touch on it. Yeah. Not
Anyways.
touching on it.
We just gotta look in your world, and it's not
No,
pretty.
you don't want to look.
That's
at
not pretty at all, man. I don't even want to see what's inside that window. But anyways, with the Boolean Gemini, there are some requirements to these things. You got to meet specific areas in order for you to be able to obtain these quests. And this one's pretty easy, and a lot of people, who've been playing Destiny since day one, or especially after House of Wolves came out, is that you need to have at least a rank 3 with the Queen's Wrath. Because you're going to get these from these guys, and I guess, it goes on the whole, if you're rank 3, you got a kind of a reputation with them, and they kind of like you, even though, they're going to like you anyways in the game. But that's how I at least took it. And this is broken up into a couple little areas, and one of them, hopefully a lot of players have already got this quest going, is you get one from Petra called the Taken War. And basically what this quest does is it takes you all over the goddamn universe. You go to Earth, you go to the Moon, you go to Venus, you go to Mars, and you have to hunt the Taken down. And basically it's just like every other public event that anybody's ever done in this game, where you gotta go into an area, wait for it to say, the Taken are corrupting the lands, and then basically you gotta beat the fucking shit out of them for about 5-10 minutes, and, basically you have to summon, basically like a god. Not really a god, but he's like a mini god. And if you nuke him fast enough, you get a point. Yay, points. And you do this 3 times across all the planets, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 times, which is a pain in the dick. But after you do that, or at least after a little bit, you're going to get called back from Varix, who is the guy who runs the Prison of Elders, which is basically the big arena fighting that everybody went over for like 2 months. He's going to call you back for one called the Wolf of Mars. This quest line is literally going to take you again across the entire fucking galaxy to hunt the Fallen. Basically now they're being called the Fallen Pirates, even though they're not. I don't know either. Yeah, I can see your face. I don't know that either. So you're going to do this, and you're going to go across the galaxy hunting these little bastards down. While you're doing that, Petra will give you another quest called Lost and Found. Now this is going to take you to the brand new area called the Dreadnought. And anybody who's already played it that's listening to this, you already know what the Dreadnought is. If you don't know what the Dreadnought is, and I know Silky Smooth is probably going to wonder, what the hell's the Dreadnought? I know your face is like, what the hell's the Dreadnought, right, Zip?
Right, I thought it was a hairstyle.
Close.
Oh, it's dreadlocks.
The Dreadnought is a planet-sized cruiser that Orcs, the Taken King, basically flies to Earth in.
Okay.
And not to give you much detail into the Taken King expansion if you haven't played it, but basically it's fucking huge. It's a world. You can explore this whole frickin' ship if you wanted to. But after that, you're going to get this mission, and then she's going to take you to a bunch of places in the Dreadnought. The Mausoleum, Hall of Souls, and the Hull Breach. After that, you're going to find some fun stuff in there. I'm not going to deliberate into that one because, well, fuck, I want you to have fun. You're going to have to go to a place called the Court of Orcs. Now, the Court of Orcs is brand new. It's a small little area in the ship that you take these little ruin stones you pick up. I'm going to tell you what, because you got to figure that out for yourself. You have to take it, put it in an altar to activate the room to go in there to actually fight somebody. You have to do this a bunch of times. Then you're going to get what's called a Tech Witch Brooch. Staying with me, Zip?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right.
I'm good. I'm good.
So, Silky Smooth.
I'm just teasing.
You're scaring me there for a second there. But you're going to get one of these. And basically after you get this, you're going to get called back to Petra. Turn it all you're going to do all this, rinse, wash, repeat a bunch of times, and you're going to get a gun. And the Boolean Gemini is actually an exotic scout rifle that starts off at 290 base damage. So it already comes pretty well endowed.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. Till she saw it.
Yeah. Till you unzipped your pants.
Can't put socks in there anymore.
That same
man.
version of the Wonder Bra. Girl takes the bra off. You wonder where the hell her tits are.
Some bad visions from my past. All right, next one I want to kind of touch on is one that actually the internet is raging about right now. And I know you probably don't give a crap, Zippo. You might, though, Silky. is called Black Spindle. Now, Black Spindle is actually a exotic sniper rifle that is the identical mirrored image of the Black Hammer, legendaries that you got way back when in the Dark Below, which ended up being one of the most powerful sniper rifles. It's actually number 2 on the list, just underneath Icebreaker. Now, this one's got more of a pain in the dick. And I mean, this is like getting kicked by Billy Cundiff, pain in the dick.
Interesting choice of kickers. What about Dan Carter? He'd probably miss.
Hey, Zippo, how's the Bucks doing down there?
Hey, good. They won last week. I'm happy.
How'd they do the week before?
Not so well. How'd the Bills do this week?
All right, so this one's got a pretty unique thing. And I'm going to definitely elaborate right now on this one. This one is painful. And I mean, you're talking thousands of players have attempted this already, and only a handful have gotten it.
Have you tried it yet?
We tried it with Full Tilt, and that's why he's not here. He got kicked by Billy Cundiff. No, he basically got himself turned around, and I'm going to tell why, because there's actually a time limit on how you get to this. So just yesterday, they had a daily heroic mission, which is called Lost to Light. It's one of the newer missions, and you do this mission, and basically as you go through the mission, it's part of the actual story. It's one of the story missions from the new expansion, where you have to take relics to open up a door. Now, what you have to do is that there's 1, and then there's 2. When you get to the 2, you're going to open it up. Now, the mission's going to start to count down, and it's got a 30-second cooldown before you get bumped up into orbit, saying, mission completed. You have to haul ass to a specific spot where you would go and take on Taniks. When you do the Tanik strike, can't remember. That's not the name of it, by the way. But you're going to get this. Your ghost is going to tell you, and this is supposedly word for word. I haven't gotten it yet. Strange. I'm picking up a fallen distress signal. When you hear him say this, now you're activating this mission. And you're trying to find this specific spot, and you're trying to haul ass to it while the 30-second countdown clock is going. So mind you how hard pain in the dick it is already.
Now, are you going to be like encountering enemies or anything during
Yes.
this, or you got to whiz past them, or
no. Here's what happens. So after you do
360
this,
no scopes?
you're going to take the teleporter up to the fallen catch, which is here it is. Duh. If I would have read my notes a little bit farther, it's called the Shadow Thief Strike.
Okay.
Whee! So you're going to basically start following this. But upon getting up there, you're going to come into one central room where there's going to be a bunch of Taken. And now what you have to do is you have to defeat all the Taken within 10 minutes. Doesn't sound hard, does it?
Could be, depending.
Now, if you played it, you also have to fight Taniks in this. Tanik is now juiced. He's now a Taken Taniks.
Taking Taniks.
Taken Taniks. Or as I like to call them, Xanax.
This is the tongue twister.
So you have to do all of this within 10 minutes. Now, if the timer hits 0, oh well, you tried. Now, you can continually try and do this every time the heroic mission does pop up. But unfortunately, you still are structured at this 10-minute time limit that you have to defeat this Uber guy. Now, and when I said only a handful of players have actually achieved this, most of these players are actually fully maxed out their light level. And now, going back to when I did my review on the Taken King, how everything merged into an average, these players are going at about 300 light level, which is near max. Max is 310. So now you're going to see how hard this actually is. So if you're a relatively new player, get out the paintbrush because you're going to be wall paint. So that's it.
Pretty red.
Yeah. So if you do this all in 10 minutes, all members of your party are actually going to get this gun. That goes to show you how actually hard it is to pull this off. But if you do it, you get a gun that nobody else has.
Nice.
Sound fun?
Yeah.
All right.
Challenging.
Very challenging. The next one I'm pulling on is one I'm actually working on right now, which is called the Chaperone. And if you've seen the trailer to it, probably on television, you probably would notice that there's the Titan with actually a lever-action shotgun. That is the Chaperone.
Okay.
Now, the Chaperone is a very unique weapon. It is a shotgun. It is an exotic shotgun. But to get this, you have to get it through a quest called the Jolly Holiday Quest. And now what I mean, Jolly Holiday Quest is actually given to you by Amanda Holiday, who is the actual ship. I call her the ship bitch.
Is she hot?
Not really.
Okay.
Wait, did you ever watch Stargate?
Yes.
Kind of like Amanda Tapping Hot.
Oh, well, not bad.
Early Amanda Tapping Hot.
But only a couple beers and I'll get into that.
So, and the only way it does have some requirements though. You need to at least be Crucible Rank 3, which probably 99% of every player is already Crucible Rank 3, whether you went into the Crucible, you did the Iron Banner, or what have you. Also, you need to have the exotic revolver, the last word on you. And the reason you got to have that is because actually the Chaperone is a modified version of the last word made by Amanda Holiday.
Can you go on this quest without it? And then you get to the end and go, son of a bitch.
No.
Okay.
You actually cannot. Because here's what. And now, mind you, this is a random quest that she gives out. And out of all of my friends that play, there's about 7 of us. I'm the only one so far that's actually picked it up. So, basically, first step is, unfortunately, you have to go back into the Crucible. You need to have the last word equipped to you, but you do not have to use it. So you could use your specials, you could use your grenades, you can use your shot, your special weapons, you can use your heavy weapons, but here's the kicker: you have to get 100%. Each kill you get is 1%. Get a headshot, 2%. You die, you lose 2%.
Oh boy.
So that's that. So
And
now you
there's
gotta
a time limit on that too?
There's no time limit on
okay.
that one. You just basically until you fill it out, because then that's qualification 1.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend if you're not a very strong Crucible player, get 3 of your friends together, jump into Clash, which is kind of like skirmish, and then basically everybody be in a party chat, have your buddy go hide somewhere, and everybody just funnel to him, and then just let him shoot you. If you care about your KD ratio, definitely, or your friend does, definitely don't invite them, because they are going to get their asses handed to them for a purpose. So after you do this, you go back and you talk to the ship bitch, Amanda Holiday. Then she's going to tell you to go talk to the Cryptarch Master, which for $15,000, you're going to be able to buy a thing called the Generous Donation.
Okay.
Think of like giving it to the United Way. Giving a big ass amount of money to the United Way and get nothing in return.
That's awesome.
So you go back, you give it to her again. So here's the fun part. Now you have to go back in the Crucible. Or not. You actually now, in the next step, you can actually either go into the Crucible again, or you can go and kill high-level minions of the darkness with a shotgun. Now, high-level minions are basically any hive that have a yellow health bar. Best way to go do this, Earth, go down to the first area. There's 3 down there. Keep, rinse, wash, repeat. So you do this, but here's the nice thing. If you are going to be daring and going to the Crucible, you don't lose any points for dying. So if you suck, you really want to try, have at thee. So that's that part. Next, go back and talk to the ship bitch again. Sound fun?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
This one doesn't.
Now, you have to go to another strike called the Shield Brothers. The Shield Brothers are a new strike that are on the Dreadnought, and basically they are 2 gigantic cabal. One has a shield, the other one has a mortar on his back. So, once you do this, now you have to go up and kill these guys with a shotgun. If you do not get the kill, or at least from what I'm thinking at this moment in time, if you don't get the final kill on one of the Shield Brothers, you don't get credit for it. Oh, and by the way, did I tell you have to do this on the hardest difficulty? You do!
Is this gun really worth it?
I'll let you know if I get it. So once you do that, oh, and by the way, if I didn't mention this, you have to kill them with a shotgun. So, you don't need to have the last word, though, in your inventory, so you can use the primary, but you have to kill them with a shotgun. So next, you talk to Amanda Holiday again, for the final time. This is step 8, by the way.
Thank God.
So, you talk to Amanda Holiday, and then she's going to be like, yay, hooray, you did it all for me.
She's probably friend-zoned you by now.
Oh, you got friend zoned like week 1 of the game. at that point, next you have to wait for the weekly reset, which is every Tuesday and Wednesday, and she will deliver your gun for you.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah, and I'm probably boring everybody again with this. So I have a couple more here on my list, but I want to kind of go with one that's very interesting, and it's very quick. So give me 10 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, these are class-specific exotic weapons. Now, there's 3 of them. There is Talak, which is a scout rifle. Ace of Spades is a hand cannon, and the Fabian Strategy is an auto rifle. And respectively, that is for the Warlocks, Hunters, and the Titans. In order for you to activate this lovely quest, basically you need to reach at least Gunsmith rank 3. He'll give you the quest, and then basically all you got to do is run around, kill things the way he tells you to, which most likely is going to say you have to use a scout rifle with a telemetry pack, hand cannon with a telemetry pack, and an auto rifle with a telemetry pack, respectively. Get the kills that he needs, go back, get your gun. Boom, done. All right, I'm done. So, with that said, I want to wake up Jay Zippo here with Trivia with Your Pants On.
Yes.
I feel bad. I feel bad. I'm sorry. That was long.
No, it's all right, man.
I think that was the
Because-
longest I ever spoke. Seriously, how long was that for? Holy crap.
Well, you want to really know?
I don't want to know. No.
I was going to say it was a good 20 minutes.
God. Really?
Wow.
That was like 4 times as long as I've last ever.
Had at least 3 wet dreams during it, too.
All
All right, so we'll start with the question, the 2-part question. All right, so
Wait, 2 parts?
2-part question.
2 part. Oh, you're killing me already.
All right, so the question is, what current video game would make a good movie that obviously hasn't already been made into a movie? What video game would be a good movie?
No, wait.
Kaiba?
Does it have to be like a game that already's been made into a movie? Like, say, a franchise
Nope.
that's a storyline to the game, or like a franchise that's never been made, period?
That has been made, period. Just like fresh, it has to be fresh and new.
You know, I would honestly like to say I'm very intrigued by a lot of the history of Destiny. I would like to see the Golden Age be told, because it's hundreds of years before the game actually starts. And, you know, all we know from this the opening trailer for the first game is like, hey, guess what, guys? We went into space.
So this would
I would like to
go
know.
through how they reached space and stuff.
I'd like to know how they met, like, the Fallen or the Hive or, you know, first time they ever ran into, like, the Vex or the Cabal. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Be a good franchise, too.
The Last of Us. I mean, it's already pretty much a movie to me.
Yeah,
so I
aren't
feel
they
like
already making it a movie?
There might be.
I think they are.
Well, I mean, with all the movies and what Walking Dead on AMC. That's kind of the same thing. I guess it's not. 'cause
No,
it's-
because it's a different. Because
I don't like zombie stuff. I never
no,
watch
because Last of Us wasn't zombies. They were like a fungal infection.
They're fun guys.
Fungi. Yeah, and then they had the clickers. That's all I remember. I hate the fucking clickers.
See, for me, it'd be Witcher 3, and it would just be
Ah,
hardcore porn. That's all it would be. Titties.
are you trying to get like the next like NC-17 rating?
No,
for a
actually,
movie- for a video game
my real
movie?
answer would be Succubus. Because no, I'm not. Just kidding. Of course, it would be Skyrim. It would be
Skyrim. I think
It
the
would
Elder
be
Scrolls
very
would be a
interesting.
pretty sweet
How would
franchise.
you do that though? Because Skyrim is such a.
It'd be the Dovahkiin.
Would you follow though? Would you follow the Skyrim story? Would you go like future, past?
Yeah, but it's so customizable. It's very
Yeah.
tough to.
I mean, that would be good for the writers, anyways. They'd be able to kind of go their own way. But they could also take some of those main quests, like the Dark Brotherhood. That's always very interesting.
Okay.
Thieves Guild.
No.
I don't like the Thieves Guild.
Nobody
quests,
does.
I
but
was in the
it's
Thieves Guild
very-
and the Assassins Guild with my tune. Yeah.
I was
It's just interesting the turn it takes when it gets into, you know.
Oh man, I was so far in that too. I think I was a master for both. Oh, it
How
makes
did
me want to
you
go
wait?
play.
You actually spent all the time mastering the Thieves Guild?
Yeah, I didn't care about the main storyline at all. I went right through the Thieves Guild and the Assassins Guild. I could kill you before you even knew
You
what
know,
happened.
I always like how they
I
get
was
you in
killing
the
dragons without them even know what was really happening. It was pretty.
You,
sweet.
Oh,
you
that's-
get good
that's
at
gotta be-
sneak and
Yeah.
positioning yourself. Yeah, And doing a backstab that does like 6 times the damage. Yeah.
I don't know, I was always intrigued by how the Dark Brotherhood finds you.
Yeah.
Especially in this one where you have to go and do that like sacrificial, like you have to kill some kid and like put him in a bowl or some weird shit that.
No. The kid is killed somebody, has it in the middle of a circle of candles and is chanting, and you have to go and see what the hell this kid's doing.
Oh yeah, that's
and then
right.
you go kill that bitch over at the orphanage at Riften.
Oh yeah.
And then they take you to that cabin and say, "WTF, man? What are you doing?"
Yeah, he gets. Oh, dude, this is all coming back to me now. Yes.
Didn't he like give you like a worthless like plate?
Yeah, it was like worth like 5 gold. It was ridiculous.
I remember that.
It was like a family precious heirloom.
The kid was like, you ended up getting some kind of note or something like that, and that's how you knew the kid was looking for somebody. I forget how it went.
It's the rumor thing. If you go into a bar, or you can hear it on the street too, they'll say, "Oh yeah, there's some weird kid in a house," and I think it's.
I think
not
you like
Solitude,
it was up in north.
Winter.
It was up north. It was.
I think it was like Winter Run or Winter Hold.
It was one of the snowier towns. I remember that.
It's the one with that has what's its nuts, Stormcloak.
Might have been.
That's
That's
where
when
he's
I
so
think that's
long.
Winter Hold.
Yeah, that's Winter
I
Hold.
haven't played in so long, but it makes me want to play that. Too.
Yeah.
I know. I always liked how they found you in Oblivion, where that guy with the cloak finds you.
Yeah.
He's just like hovering over your bed in the middle of the night, like.
The first time's the best too, because you're like, wait a second, I don't see anything. You kind of see stuff going, but you're like, wait, what? Huh? Yeah, that was pretty awesome. So my
Now
second
you
part
make
of the
me want to
question.
play this shit again now.
Second part of the question is exactly the opposite. What movie? It could be at any time, anywhere. What movie would make a good video game? I already have mine. I'll do mine.
Yeah, go for
Sure,
your.
go ahead.
Go.
Fifth Element.
Okay.
No, you just want to see Mila Jovovich with her little mosquito nipples.
Oh, don't get me wrong. But she's too skinny for me. But tell me that wouldn't be awesome. You'd have him as your main character, and then as you progress, you start to get other people, and then you'll have side quests for them, and they all have to do stuff to reach the main goal, and then you can go to that cruise ship and do all it.
I think that'd be
It would be a pretty damn good
I
game.
think you'd have to be a little bit more involved with it, but okay.
Yep.
Man, that's a tough one.
Yeah. I mean, I got one, but they already made it a video game.
What?
I would say like a first-person Starship Troopers. It would be the coolest fucking video game. Like just sitting there fucking running around a planet and just shooting at fucking bugs, man.
Isn't that like Destiny?
There's
Or
no bugs in
Halo.
Destiny.
I mean,
Yeah,
Halo. There's
Halo,
lots
Halo.
of weird ass creatures
Um,
that kind of resemble bugs.
I don't know, Ben. I don't think I've ever played a game so much that I would. Oh wait, no. You know what? I will. I got a game.
Movie, you mean?
Or a movie into a game.
Yep.
Wait, yeah. No, that one's already made a game.
Inception would be the movie
Ooh.
for me that I'd like to see them turn into a game.
Really?
See,
Yeah.
now that would be original. That would be.
Yeah, no, that would be
Inception.
Inception.
I don't
You know
even
what?
how they would
You
do
know
that.
what? I
Be jumping into people's brain.
well, no, you go within a dream, and you gotta
Right.
like hit the little spindle thing to make sure you're in a dream, not real
Well,
world.
that's your totem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a
Inception.
good-
I got it
Thank you.
because technically it never got made as a game. It was only thought of as being made as a game. Pacific Rim.
Ooh.
Pacific
Well,
Rim, I think,
isn't
would be
that
the coolest.
Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Essentially, that's what it is.
Well, yeah, but you're not fighting those robots. You're fighting giant freaking monsters.
True.
I mean, like,
Yeah, it's still the same though.
I think it'd be pretty cool because, like, a lot of people don't know that, when they're actually producing that movie, like in pre-production, like he had 60 some odd artists making mech suits. There's mechs that were made for countries that nobody will ever frickin' know unless you read like the graphic novel.
Well, the second one.
No, it got indefinitely delayed,
Oh. Well,
sadly.
no.
But Guillermo still holds hope, so
Yep,
hopefully
and that's
Lionsgate.
called the Pacific Rim Job.
Oh,
All right, so now we're on to a little bit of trivia,
I hate you.
and we're gonna stay on the same thing.
Okay.
All right, so I got 15 here. 15 movies that have been made from video games.
From
Top
video games?
box office hits. I want to see if you guys can name 5 out of these 15.
89 Batman. Batman Forever.
No, he's talking about one that were made from video games.
Made from video. I thought you meant movies and the video games.
I'll give you the first one. and then you guys can move from there. So you can get
Okay.
Tomb Raider.
I was
Lara
going to
Croft
say
Tomb
Tomb
Raider.
Raider.
Wait, no. The movie was made after the game.
Yeah, that's what this
That's what he's
is.
saying.
Oh, I think you said movie to game, not game to movie.
No, game to movie.
Well, that's why I said Batman. You guys corrected me.
The game was after the movie.
Yeah.
No.
So, so what movies? The top 15 grossing movies that were made from games.
I'll say the first Prince of Persia.
That is correct. That is actually number 2.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
anyway,
figured.
just to give you, Lara Croft Tomb Raider made $132 million. Prince of Persia made $91 million.
There was a Final Fantasy movie.
Well, no, that was a CGI.
Yeah,
Still a
but
movie. Movie's a movie.
wasn't on top 15 though.
What about what about Resident Evil? Resident Evil Apocalypse, I think.
Any of the Resident Evil's got to be up there.
And I'm only going to use these as one because there's 3.
Yeah.
Afterlife made $60 million. Apocalypse made $52. Extinction made $50.
Okay,
Oh, and Retribution made $42.
that's 4.
Yeah, I didn't see the one down there.
Well, Afterlife. Oh no, Afterlife. I'm thinking Degeneration. Never mind. My bad.
So Resident Evil, Prince of Persia.
Well,
What else did you say before that?
oh, there is another Tomb Raider on the Cradle of Life
Oh.
that made $67 million.
But there was no game. Or are we talking sequels too?
It doesn't matter. It's movies.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought there were rules to this stuff, man.
No rules. Oh, there is one rule. Gotta have your pants on.
Nice.
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers on that list?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
It's more of like a cult movie than anything.
Yeah, at best. Yeah. Games and movie.
Man, you.
I'm really surprised they don't count the Final Fantasy one.
I would have
Well,
thought
they
like,
might, but it's
in
not
Jap-
in the top 15. I
Okay.
know that it bombed in the box office.
Yeah,
Right on.
I watched it. I actually liked it because I'm a graphics guy. I love the graphics.
Well, yeah,
in it.
Spirits Within was like amazing of the in that day that was like perfect.
But nowadays, their cutscenes on Final Fantasy is better than that movie, so it's like, why?
I'm trying to think of. Dude, you got me on this one.
Okay.
Well, we named 5 of them. Just happened to be one.
Oh yeah.
One
yeah.
franchise.
All right, so you guys are getting
Wait, I
stuck
wa-
here. So
Don't name them all. I just want to
Well,
like try and get an
so
idea.
You
Call 'em
said
out
Tomb
one.
Raider. We said Prince of Persia.
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Evils.
Evolve.
Oh wait, number 15 is Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
That only made 40 million. That one sucked.
That's it.
What, Apocalypse?
No, that was the original.
Oh, the original?
Original. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, give it, you're reading
All
them
right,
off,
so
man.
at number 3, it's a Nintendo-based one.
Okay.
Wait, no. That was made after.
Zelda?
No, Zelda was never made into a
I
movie.
know. I'm just joking.
Even though IGN screwed over everybody like years ago on that one.
Pokemon.
Oh, so
The first movie.
Oh, yeah.
So then they are going digital.
86 million.
Oh. Fuck, I would've-
Okay, the next one.
Wait.
What?
Never mind.
The next one, number 4, coming in at $71 million. Coming in at $71 million. Woo! It's a fighter.
Street Fighter.
Nope. What's the other one?
Mortal Kombat.
There
Kombat.
you go.
Ah.
Number 4. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Okay, so 6, 7, and 8 are the Resident Evils. Number 9 is it's a scary one. Very, very scary. At least the game was. The second one was
Silent
more.
Hill?
Yes, Silent Hill.
I was thinking in my
And
head,
number
but when you
9,
said top grossing, I didn't want to say it.
47 million. Then number 10 was Pokemon, the movie 2000, and
Okay.
that was only 44.
I would never have guessed Pokemon. Those have been the games I would never have guessed.
Yeah, you would think. Well, I don't know. Well, okay, how many more Pokemon movies are on
That
that
was
list?
it.
Because
That
there's
was-
been like, what, 20-something movies?
Yeah, that was the only
Every
two.
year there's a goddamn movie.
Okay. The next one is the Racer.
The what?
Racing.
Huh.
I've never heard of that game.
Or that movie.
I'm doing jail. Come
You
on,
should
it's probably
just-
the most popular racer,
Oh,
especially early
Need
on.
for Speed?
Yes.
Oh,
I thought
Early
you were
on,
talking
anyway.
about
Wait.
The Racer. I was
Yeah, I'm
like
like
that's
trying to
all-
figure
No,
out
a
what-
racer, a
Oh.
racing
Oh,
game.
yeah, Need for Speed, yeah.
Yep.
it wasn't even
Um,
like top grossing.
Number 13 is going to be a shooter, but it's kind of a stealthy one, and you're
What about
bald.
Hitman?
Yes.
Ah.
Hitman.
You
And
know, I
that
actually
was
enjoyed Agent
40,
47 too, by the
40
way.
million. And the last on the list is just called Hitman. I don't know what the hell that is, but
Because that was the first one.
oh,
The first Hitman, and then there was the most recent one, which was Agent 47.
oh, I'm sorry. Number 15 is also one. It's it actually is a series, and I really don't have any hints. I've actually played the first one,
Say it, bro.
Yeah.
Max Payne.
Oh.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, really? With Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah. So
Freaking
that was
Bostonian.
trivia with your pants on.
I
There you
think
go.
my pants are still
And just really quick, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I bought these Gunnar. How do you say this?
Gunner.
Gunner.
Gunnar, Gweener, batshit. Computer
Never gonna
eyewear, $72 on Amazon.
Wow.
Had a 4.5 out of 5 rating. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go for it because the ones I have when I
72.
use headphones, they pinch my ears because they're too thick in the back and they pinch them, and after about an hour they start to hurt. So I wanted to get really good computer gaming glasses. So I got them. They're not bad. They work very similar to the cheap ones I got, the $25 ones I got. So fine. The problem I have, in they're super light. So that's great. They're light. They're not. The problem is they don't have any grip. Like there's no they're supposed to kind of grip you here so they don't slide anywhere. These things slide down my nose every 10 minutes. If you've watched me while I'm here, I'm consistently pushing them up, and I even have.
I can see the divot.
Yeah, well, that's where I broke my nose 7 times. So
Oh, you're at 7 times?
I'm at 7 times.
Damn.
So
Down
that's
by 2.
and it's usually I sit nicely there, but they keep sliding down, and holy shit, $72 for something that slides down my nose. So I don't know what else to do on it, but if you don't mind sliding glasses, these things are great, and they look better than my Roy Orbison glasses. Mike, one of the guys we work with, says these are my Elton John glasses.
Yeah, they do look very Elton John.
You got a little Alton in you. We'll
Not right now.
We'll get full tilt of shame.
Maybe
Give
later.
me your Billy Joel.
There you go.
But yeah, I would probably on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give them an 8.
It's not bad. That would be about 4.5 out of 5 then.
Yeah, that's close. It's just it's very annoying that they're sliding down my face, and I can't stand that. That's I'm thinking about going back to my cheap ones for a while. So yeah,
So
$72 Amazon if you're interested. 4.5 out of 5 stars. If you're using them for like 1 or 2 hours, it's probably great.
Yeah.
But if you use them for 8-9 hours, then you get the nose grease on it. Maybe a little boogie in there too. You just don't know, and
What
they
the
start
heck
to
are you
slide.
doing with your glasses?
They start to slide down.
I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing with your glasses if you're getting boogers in them, man.
You know. No, not a booger, a boogie.
What is the damn difference?
A booger is like a big honk and disgusting. Boogie's just a little slimer. I just made that up. Anyways, I think Silky needs to start talking before I go way off track.
I'm starting to lose my consciousness here from trying to figure out what the hell a boogie is.
We've gone pretty long, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible.
Nah, that's what
Sorry,
she
people.
That's all good. Towerfall Ascension, pretty sweet game. It essentially is a multiplayer game, or at least you can play it multiplayer. Up to 4 players can play on one screen. You can do the story mode, or you can do battle. And you're essentially an archer who... There's different types of archers there. I can't remember each and every one specifically. But they launched the game, I think it was... Back in 2014 was the actual game on PS4, and then they launched the expansion or the DLC back in May for it was only $10. So it's a real cheap game, nothing expensive. You don't have to like bend over backwards to get it. But yeah, it's kind of cool. You're going through different land, like one board, and they got different like castles that you go through, and then you have to defeat some kind of monster at the end. Usually, like I said, shooting arrows. You shoot different kinds of arrows. Your archer is able to shoot and hold up to like 5, 10. It all depends. Some of them are drill arrows. They'll drill through the wall. There's bomb arrows. There are all these different types of arrows. But with the Dark World DLC, you get trigger arrows, which they're like remote. You can remote detonate them, mines essentially, into walls or people or whatever. And they're also like when you're playing multiplayer. This is what I was talking about in the beginning. So me and my friends will play it, and it's competition. You get to play against each other, and they'll rate you just like GoldenEye did. Like, if you're someone who doesn't get into the fray a lot, they'll talk about it. If you waste all your arrows, they'll call you a bad accounting, stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, it's one shot will kill you. And then there are other additions and settings you can put on. So like if you want, you can make your body explode at a certain point if somebody gets too close to you or whatever. In story mode, you have multiple lives, and like I said, you go through and kill these weird creations and send them to their grave. But it's a pretty sweet game. I definitely recommend it if you like to, once again, kind of like Nidhogg, where if you got some buddies, you like to, you guys all want to play together and kind of enjoy a nice, sweet game that's not expensive and can take up your time. Towerfall Ascension, I recommend it.
So the
Co-op.
question on everyone's mind right now is, can you get stabby in it?
Yeah.
You can jump on people's heads.
Really?
You can't. You can have a bubble, and you can have. There are other different like in-game things that can happen. But you can't stab. Shoot. You can snatch someone's arrow out of the air.
What?
Like if you do like a dash, you'll like if I was to shoot you with an arrow and you dashed at it, you could snatch the arrow out of the air and make it yours. But otherwise, you can't. No actual sword play. It's all archery. Essentially.
No stabby, huh?
No stabby. Kind of not to get stabby.
But you can be Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Be a little
Yes.
Mr. Miyagi.
Jump on people's heads. You can blow them up from afar. You can. The arrows are pretty. I want to say it's you don't have to be you don't have to be precise. It's AI pretty much with the arrow shooting for the most part. Not always. But you also have to watch out for your own arrows. So you can commit suicide as well by not paying attention to what you're shooting. So that's kind of cool.
You've used head snatch, and never.
Yeah.
Oh, God. We need to keep Trigger with your pants on for the end of the episode, because I think it's a little weird. Little weird there.
Yeah, anyways, definitely recommend it.
What platforms is it? Just PlayStation?
PlayStation, as far as I'm aware, it's a PlayStation only game. But yeah, definitely, like I said, $10 for the DLC. You can't really complain with that. And hours of fun for if you have some people over or family or however you want to play.
Cool beans.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely get on my PlayStation and check that out tonight and take a look over it and see what it's all about.
No, you're not.
A
You're
little
going
bit
to go
more
home and play
detail.
Destiny.
Well, if as long as Full Tilt's tummy isn't hurting him anymore, he'll probably jump on and play. I'm sure he's probably already playing right now, so. It'll tummy hurt, so.
Nice.
So, with that said, guys, I'm going to leave you with a nice little, piece of safety procedure.
Okay.
Always check the expiration date on your bread.
The mold usually gives it away, but okay.
If you see white fuzzies growing on it, that means throw it out. Don't try and trim it off, because that's
Unless
not
you need
good.
penicillin, That's free penicillin right there.
Yeah. But, other than that, wow. Yeah, that is one weird. Guys, I was actually very tame today. This is weird for me.
That's because Tilt wasn't here to set you off.
Looking you're riled up here.
He is going to be reviewing...
He'll be reviewing The Evil Within next week,
The
and
Evil
it's
Within
DLC,
next
I
week.
believe.
Yep.
I'm sure we'll have some more trivia with your pants on,
Absolutely.
and you're gonna make my brain hurt even more on a day like today.
And I'll be on vacation. I'll be reviewing nothing.
And Silky Spoon
He'll
will
be reviewing that
the
last
beach.
beer he just drank.
Whoa. We'll try and satellite call you in.
Yeah. I'll tell you.
We'll
how that'll
Skype in.
happen, yeah.
I said try. I didn't say it was gonna succeed.
Yeah,
I just said
that's
try.
okay. So, all right.
But other than that, guys, other than The Evil Within, I think we're just gonna keep going on with some mystery stories for the remainder of however the fuck I feel.
All right.
But with that said, guys, J-Sip over in the corner.
See ya.
The Silky Smooth.
Keep it classy.
I am Kaiba. This is the second review. And catch y'all on the flip side.